3 books. 3 very different reasons I'm watching them. One is ending a dark fantasy trilogy. One is putting Freida McFadden inside a 17th century house where the clock stops at 3.41 every morning. And one is bringing Sarah J. Maas back to ACOTAR. So no, these aren't reviews. I haven't read these books. This is BookBuddy coming up.
Coffee ready? Good, because this one isn't even out yet.
Where we look at the books heading toward us and figure out which ones deserve a place on the watch list before everybody starts telling us what to think. And we're starting with the one coming first. Deadbeat by Leigh Bardugo. It releases September 15, and this isn't just another Ninth House book. It's the end. The third and final book in the trilogy. And final books make me nervous. Because by book 3, I don't just want bigger danger. I want to understand what the whole journey was actually about. We already know the danger here is definitely getting bigger. Alex Stern has been to hell and back, but apparently hell wasn't happy being left behind. Demons are moving through New Haven and Yale. The dead are being terrorized, the living are being hunted, and the possibility of the underworld opening completely is hanging over everything. That sounds huge, but weirdly, the demons aren't the thing I'm watching most closely. It's Alex, because Ninth House has always had something interesting underneath all the ghosts, magic, and secret societies: power, privilege, institutions deciding who matters and who doesn't. And now Alex isn't facing everything alone. Dawes, Turner, Mercy, Tripp, and Darlington are all part of what is coming. Darlington is back too, although carrying dangerous powers of his own. I'm deliberately stopping there. If you're still catching up on this series, I'm not ruining it for you. What I want to know is much simpler. What kind of ending does Alex Stern get? Not what happens to her. I don't know that. I mean, what does her journey finally mean? Is this ultimately about belonging? Survival? Power? Finding people willing to stand beside you? That's what makes Deadbeat more than another upcoming fantasy book for me. It's an ending. And endings have to carry everything that came before them. Then, on October 6th, we get a book where I have a much simpler question. Why are you still inside that house? The Witch by Freida McFadden. Julia Barlow loses her job in her apartment, so she goes to Pemberton, her family's 17th century estate in rural Massachusetts, where her aging grandmother lives. Fine. Reasonable. Then the grandfather clock starts stopping at exactly 3.41 in the morning. The lights flicker. A voice cries for help outside Julia's bedroom. And Julia discovers that a woman connected to the house was executed for witchcraft in 1692. At this point, Julia and I would make very different decisions. She investigates. I would become extremely interested in hotels. What makes The Witch interesting, though, isn't simply that Freida McFadden has written a creepy house story. It's that this setup gives her something I really want to see her play with: uncertainty. McFadden is already known for psychological thrillers where apparently straightforward situations don't necessarily stay straightforward. Now put that instinct inside a house that might actually be haunted. Suddenly there are 2 possibilities. Something supernatural is happening, or somebody wants Julia to believe something supernatural is happening. And I have absolutely no idea which direction McFadden is taking. That's the fun. The publisher is calling The Witch a haunting, twist-filled thriller involving inherited secrets, buried secrets, and a family history that refuses to stay in the past. That historical part is what really moves this onto my watch list. Because if the 1692 witchcraft story genuinely matters to what's happening in the present, then this could become more than a thriller with spooky noises. It could be about what families inherit besides houses. Secrets. Fear. Stories. Maybe guilt. I'm saying maybe because we haven't read it yet. And that's exactly what BookBuddy coming up is for. We're allowed to wonder. We're just not allowed to pretend we know. And then October 27th arrives. A Court of Splintered Harmony by Sarah J. Maas. I don't think this book needs much help getting attention. It's the 6th ACOTAR book. We're returning to Prythian, and Bloomsbury is calling this the beginning of the Valkyrie Cycle. That immediately changes the scale of this release for me, because ACOTAR isn't simply getting another book. We're apparently entering another phase of the series, and we actually know more about the setup now. Koschei the Deathless is stirring. His influence is spreading across the Fey territories. Prythian is still trying to recover from the Hybern War. And perhaps most interestingly, the people ruling and protecting the Night Court are dealing with betrayals, revealed truths, and serious divisions among themselves. That's the part I'm interested in. Not simply, who's the next enemy? We already have an enemy. I want to know what happens when the people who need to fight that enemy aren't standing together anymore. And then Sarah J. Maas gives the book this title, Splintered Harmony. I will what I would have done. Because I've said yes too. Her story officially described as involving broken alliances that need to be repaired. There's another reason this release is fascinating. Expectation. ACOTAR readers have had years to imagine what comes next. Characters they want more from, relationships they're invested in, questions they want answered. Theories. So many theories. And the actual book now has to walk into a room where millions of readers have already imagined versions of it. Sarah J. Maas is not releasing into silence. Bloomsbury says her books have sold more than 75 million copies worldwide. That's enormous pressure, and it makes me almost as interested in the reaction to this book as I am in the book itself. So, 3 books, and I don't think I'd rank them yet. I'd separate them by what I'm waiting for. Deadbeat gives me the ending question. Can Leigh Bardugo bring Alex Stern's trilogy home in a way that makes the entire journey feel worth it? The Witch gives me the mystery question. Is Pemberton actually haunted? Or is something human hiding underneath all that supernatural fear? And A Court of Splintered Harmony gives me the expectation question. What happens when one of fantasy's biggest fandoms finally gets the continuation it has spent years imagining? 3 completely different reasons to be curious. And that's why all 3 are officially on my BookBuddy Coming Up watch list. September 15, October 6, October 27th. Future me is apparently not doing anything else this autumn. Before we close the books we haven't even opened yet. Here's the bookmark I'm keeping. There's a really fun moment before a book releases when nobody has decided what it is yet. No ratings, no reviews, no final verdict, just a cover, a premise, and possibility. So I want one answer from you. You can only pick one: Deadbeat, The Witch, or A Court of Splintered Harmony. Which one are you opening first? Thanks for hanging out with me for BookBuddy Coming Up. I'll see you when the next book appears on the radar. Until then, keep a bookmark close and happy reading.